Hello, guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. Back again for another stream. Do apologize for the lateness. We've had some technical difficulties early on. So, yeah, we are live. I've managed to sort of start the stream up again. But, yeah, nice to be back. New season. Yeah, Jordan, looking forward to it. FPL is back. How you been?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, it's come really fast. Obviously, now we're in the 25 to 26 season now in the beginning. This is our first reaction to obviously FPL being live today. And yeah, it's very exciting. Obviously, we can see on the screen the team is ready and waiting for obviously both of us to select our starting players for game week 1. And yeah, it's going to be fun, I think, choosing in each position who we're going to go for. And yeah, we'll see how different or how similar both of our teams are.
hmm Yeah, the game launched about, I want to say about 12:30 today on the dot. I was working while it launched, and yeah, I saw the notification. Quickly went, signed up, made my team, auto picked, and then I managed to get quite a decent, you know, ID. So that was good. But yeah, I haven't given, I haven't looked at the app much. I haven't given it much thought in terms of what players to bring in. I've seen some price rises for some players as well. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, Jordan, let's kick it off. I don't know if you've seen any of the prices. I know we had yesterday.
Yeah.
They released a couple of the prices on WhatsApp.
Yeah, obviously we saw 4 yesterday from WhatsApp. I think it was Isaac, Pickford, and 2 others that I can't remember.
I
But yeah,
think it
it
was
was
Verts
Words,
and
and
Watkins. I think was it Watkins? Can't remember.
it might have been Watkins. It might have been someone. Let us know in the chat, guys, who it was yesterday. But yeah, we
Yeah.
saw a few obviously price reveals from the WhatsApp group chat. But in terms of other players, obviously I haven't really given it much thought. But just looking at the players currently that we have for selection, I
hmm
can just quickly and briefly make obviously a team
Yep.
just to begin the foundations of for
All
game
right.
week 1. So obviously starting off with goalkeepers, as you can see, there's only currently 2 that he can go for, which is the Brighton goalkeeper, not Brighton goalkeeper, not the Forest goalkeeper Sells, and the Everton goalkeeper Pickford. So obviously Pickford had a price rise of 5.5, so he's a premium.
Hold on. Can you bring up this whole list of the goalkeepers? If you go on just
Um,
goalies, and then
oh, there they are.
yeah, who would you sort of who would you go for in that sense? Obviously, with all the goalies, because are you going to go for a cheap 4.5? Will you go for the premium goalkeepers this year, or
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I think last season I went for a non-premium goalkeeper,
Mhm.
and I pretty much stuck to that. That particular goalkeeper was actually the Leicester goalkeeper, I think, for
Mhm.
majority of the season. I think this season I might be tempted to go for a premium goalkeeper, depending on what the other price reveals are for the other players.
Oh no, all the prices are out. Like every price is out now. Like you can view it all.
All right, so that's good then.
Yeah,
So
the whole
yeah,
game.
the whole game is released then. So yeah, well, obviously starting with, I think I will start with Pickford at 5.5. I mean, it's a lot of money for a
hmm
goalkeeper, but Leeds away first fixture is not a bad one to start. Obviously, game week 1 off for a potential clean sheet for him.
Mm.
And yeah, obviously Pickford managed to get a lot of clean sheets last
What's
season.
the fixtures looking like for Everton at the start? I know this new. I'm not a fan of this new.
Uh, this, this interface is really bad, so you won't be able to see this. But the first,
Oh yeah, Leeds, Brighton, Wolves. I can see the first three.
yeah, that's the first 3 fixtures for obviously Everton. Not bad, particularly average. A lot of people have chosen Pickford already,
Mm-hmm.
about 19%. So there's a lot of
Yeah. What are the
track.
selected by? Like, if you go on the goalies on your, sorry, you guys won't be able to see this. It's behind
Yeah,
Jordan's cam. What are the if you do selected by percentage instead of total points? If you go back. where total points, and you do selected by percentage. What's the most popular pick? I'm guessing it's going to be a 4.5. Something like
Yeah,
Kelleher,
Kelleher.
who is popular. Pickford's up is second, right, and then Raya.
Yeah, just right. It's surprising because Man United and Arsenal first fixture. So yeah, interesting to see Raya up there for team selected.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you pick.
Uh,
And you've gone Pickford. If you want to put a cheap 4 million backup in there as well for the second goalie slot.
yeah, so obviously let's put like a non. That's it. Let's put at least one at 4 million
Hmm.
just there for sake. And yeah, that's the goalkeeper selections done. So yeah, defenders. Let's move on to those. Just switch over to that, and we'll see who the popular ones are for defenders that we're going for, and it gives you a bit of an idea. So yeah, top of the list is obviously Eight Nuri. Obviously moved from Wolves to Man City. Quite pricey though. When I saw this price reveal the other day, um,
Hmm.
it was a sort of somewhat a surprise at 6 million. Quite expensive,
Yeah.
but obviously he's an attacking defender, so that kind of justifies his price. Potentially, I'm thinking of bringing in Ain't Nuri, who's got Wolves away, so he's playing against his former team uh, in that game. So yeah, he could be a good pick for Game Week 1 for the team. Moving on, looking at the list, obviously you've got Frimpong there at 6 million. I'm looking for someone a little bit more cheaper though. Potentially, maybe Munoz from Crystal Palace. He has got a tough one against Chelsea away, but again, he has that attack return that we saw with Crystal Palace too. So I do like him as an option there. Who else have we got on the list? So looking for
Are
someone
you? Is that by
relatively.
selected as well?
Yeah, that's by team selected in that order from
Okay, cool.
top to bottom. Um,
So what
Obviously,
are you
Wan
trying to
Bissaka,
find?
just relatively well. Wan Bissaka's got Sunderland away, which is a nice fixture at 4.5. He
Hmm.
somewhat does. He somewhat gets high up the line for West Ham. I do like him in some games last season where he potentially performed and got assists here and there and a few goals. So yeah, I like him at 4.5 too. I think it'd be a good game for him at Sunderland. Potential clean sheet, maybe an attack return.
Yep.
Oh, that keeps popping up. And looking at the other defenders, maybe Konza, another 4.5. He's got Newcastle at home. Just add him there for now.
Yep.
Obviously, just to fill the defence
Does it
lineup.
only show the first three fixtures, or does it show like more than the three games?
It from this angle, it only shows three. I
Okay.
haven't really figured out how you see more
All
than
right.
that
Maybe when you go on the
from
pick
this.
team part.
Yeah, maybe it'll show more of the fixtures on there, but honestly, this interface is an absolute nightmare if you if you've been with it.
Yep.
So yeah, just to add the last obviously defender in there. Let's go for Gabriel. Got Man United away, but we'll add him there just for the moment. So that's all the defender picks selected there. Obviously, let's move on to the midfielders because this gets a little bit more interesting because
Are
we've
you going to
had a
put
lot.
Salah in? Are you going to go Salah, no Salah, Haaland? What's happening with the premiums? Palmer as well.
Yeah, this is. I don't want to make a big mistake like I did last time. I'm not adding either Salah or Haaland because one without the other
Did
that
you not have
ruins my
either
season.
one?
I had Salah
Yeah.
to start with, and then I went without Haaland for a couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
that's when Haaland was outperformed
Hat
massively.
tricks.
Yeah, hat tricks, 2 goals here and there, and that was the omen of the season for me. I think
What?
obviously I still need to include Salah in the team at 14.5. It's hard to go without him, and he has Bournemouth at home. His next, obviously after that, he has Newcastle and Arsenal, but as we know, it doesn't matter what fixture Salah has. Actually, I don't know why that keeps popping up. But yeah, with Salah, he can perform in any fixture, and even the toughest ones are probably the best ones for him. Looking at other midfielders, I am looking at potentially in Burmo.
Okay.
Uh,
New signing for Man United.
yeah, a new sign for Man United. Maybe it's a trap, maybe it's not, but you can't ignore Burmo's form from the last season. So I definitely will include him in this selection. Now, I possibly,
I'm a bit less keen on Mburmo. Just quickly, I'll give my thoughts as well on Mburmo.
yeah,
I'm a bit less keen on him as a Man United asset because a couple of reasons. One reason is he's not going to be playing on that right wing anymore because he's now going to be playing a bit more inside because he's Man United's formation they play. They play obviously the two tens.
yeah,
Also, Bruno Mbumo won't be on pens, which is a big part of the attraction of having him because obviously we know Bruno is going to take the pen. So those are mainly two reasons why I think I'm probably going to avoid Mbumo to start with. But yeah,
yeah,
it will be interesting to see because his price is decent, 8 million. When you think about, I think what 20 goals last season in the league.
yeah, 20 goals last season. And yeah, we probably won't see as many as those goals come this season just because of how Amarin sets up his formation for Man United. And yeah, you might get more assists and goals potentially
Hmm.
this season. We'll have to see. Obviously, third midfielder selection. Let's see who we've got. So,
We could put some
obviously,
strikers in if you want. Some strikers you want to lock in. Um, will you go Salah and Haaland? Is that crazy to go down that route and have both?
I mean, I don't think it's crazy. I think it's like a safety for going for both in case
Mhm.
if one or the other does well, then you're pretty much locked to
Do you
obviously.
reckon you'll go with both, or will you? Because it's going to be tough to fit them both in. Obviously, Salah had a pretty big no, rise, 14.5 now. I think Haaland's 14 million.
Yeah. Well, let's add Haaland and see how much money we've got left in the bank. So that's 27.5, and there's five players left to put in, three midfielders and two forwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, the balance is becoming a bit less, but let's see how that manages. Um, Obviously, Bones had a midfielder, a change in position. Obviously, he's a forward now, not a midfielder.
Who's this?
Jared Bowen.
Oh, Bowen. He's a
Yeah,
forward now.
he is a forward now. Yeah, he's had a
Oh
position
wow.
change.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, because he's literally main man now for West Ham up front. That could possibly mean a good thing for
Yep.
that. He has got Sunderland away as well, so it's not a surprise he's the third.
What's his price?
8 million
8
price,
million.
so it's not
Okay.
bad. Not bad at all for Bowen. But yeah, in terms of, I might just put in a cheap forward, just to obviously add because I don't think I'll play three at the front. I'll probably play two up front.
Hmm.
So we'll just put Barnes in there for now, and that leaves us to 23 million. So let's just quickly switch back to the midfields, fill those slots in, and see how much money we have left.
What formation are you going to play? Because you've gone quite big at the back, or fairly. I mean, you got how many? You're going to start three. You're going to start four. Maybe
Go possibly 3-5-2.
3-5-2. Okay,
Yeah,
so you need to get some good midfielders in. With 23 million, it's going to be
yeah,
tough.
yeah. It's going to be tough, especially when it's off the back of my head in these selections. Um,
And you're going to need a good forward as well. That you're going to start if
yeah,
you're going to go 3-5-2. So
yeah. So yeah, main forward. But for now, we'll add Beto in
okay, yeah.
as a forward, cheap forward again. Got Leeds away, nice fixture. So that fills up the forward slots. Moving back to the obviously midfield positions. Gosh, I hate this. Right, okay, so back to the midfield. Who have we got on the list? So,
Eze, okay, interesting.
yeah, Eze, Chelsea away. Yeah, it's a lot of money though because you only have 10 million left with him in there, so maybe not Eze.
Just got a comment here. Harry says, "Good evening, lads. Welcome back." Thank you. Yeah, all
Yeah, thanks,
we're
Harry.
back again. For the FPL streams. But yeah, nice to see you, Harry. Tendai as well. Welcome back, lads. Yep. We are back into it now with the content. Targeting the new boys, Sunderland and Burnley currently have Bowen, Wan-Bissaka, Kudus, and Solanke. Obviously, with Tendai getting a couple of Spurs assets Kudus and obviously Solanke could do well. Spurs new manager Thomas Frank. Kudus obviously new signing. They're expected to do maybe a bit more business. Solanke could be on pens as well, which would be interesting with Son having reduced minutes potentially. And the fixtures look all right as well. I've just checked Spurs' fixtures.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, what you thinking in terms of the midfield now? Because that's going to be tight.
yeah, this is where it gets a bit more difficult with your budget. Well,
Yeah,
actually, let's add Kudos in for now. He has got Burnley at home, which is a nice fixture. It's a good shout from Harry as well for a selection. So I still leave us with 11 million in obviously in the bank. So yeah, to split that, it has to be like a five each to fill the gap, which
yeah.
ideally doesn't really work.
You can get 6 million and like a 5.5 million, I guess.
Yeah, that also.
You got to do your filters. Who's
Yeah,
available for that sort of money? Hey, no, if you go on, no, if you go on, there,
that, yeah.
yeah, maybe do 6 million mids.
So yeah, let's look at the 6 million. So you got Caicedo, Ramsey, Adingra, Believer, Hudson Odoi. Not really appealing midfielders around 6 million
Mm,
or below. So yeah, there might have to be some sacrifice somewhere
yep.
in the team for money
I
purposes.
personally, just a very quick one. I don't think I'll have Haaland and Salah personally. I think I'm gonna have to pick one, and I'm leaning towards Salah.
So
Going with
you're
that Haaland.
looking to go without Haaland for
Yep.
game week one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, from what I've just seen with your team struggling with the pricing, it could be tough.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Um, I think you the only way you could probably squeeze that is going cheap on defenders without any
Mm.
premiums, like we similarly did last season
Yep, yep.
to manage the budget. But yeah, for now, will suffice. That I've taken out in Burma with 8 million budget. Let's see who we can get around just below that. Let's try 7 million midfielders and see. So we've got Rogers and Alanga up there for team selections percentages for midfielders around 7 million. I mean, Rogers has Newcastle and Alanga has Aston Villa
Elanga,
again.
obviously the new signing for Newcastle. What is he a price? 7.5 or 7 million?
7 million,
Okay,
and it's got Aston Villa, Liverpool, and Leeds in his first three.
that's a tough start.
Yeah, that's a tough start for.
What you taking out in Bumo?
I mean, you've got to sacrifice somewhere, unless I take out
Yeah,
at Haaland, but yeah, to fit both in. You know what? For now, I think take out Haaland just to make it more easier on this draft. Otherwise, we'll be here.
you could do it. I think there is a way to do it. Keep Haaland. If you really want to keep Haaland, you can still just get cheap. You can probably get cheap midfielders for 5.5, 6 million. What about Ndai at Everton? What's his price at?
And die.
Is he a
Oh,
forward?
yeah. It's 6.5. He's a midfielder.
Yeah, so 6.5 maybe. You're gonna have to get a couple 6.5 if you have Haaland. That is, if you put Haaland back in,
Okay, let's put Haaland back in.
but then you do have double Everton attack, which isn't ideal, probably.
Yeah, Haaland's back in at 14 million. So yeah, 12.5 remaining. But yeah, I two
Yeah,
Everton attack, but they have Leeds away, so you never know.
and then you can get like a 6 million, and then like a 6.5 million or two 6.5 millions if you can fit that in.
Yeah, so let's look at the 6.5.
You can maybe even get 1 7 million actually.
It might actually be worth that. Um,
Neto, possibly Chelsea.
Yeah, that has some traction against Crystal Palace at home. Uh, Chelsea have relatively nice fixtures in the first three: Palace, West Ham, and Fulham. So yeah, not too bad. Nice substitution for Palmer to cover Chelsea. And
Mhm.
yeah, for the last one at 5.5, this will be a like a like we saw last season, like a Smith Rowe type player.
Yep.
Um, so let's see. Let's just put in maybe a Tonali, and that is literally all the budget used in the team. So that's 100 million covering all positions.
Okay. Interesting.
With Salah and Haaland in the draft.
And you're what at the moment you're thinking to have Salah and Haaland, right? What would it look like
Yeah,
though if you make the transfers and do your bench order, etc.?
yeah. So let's just confirm and have a look. So yeah, let's have a jiggle. So we put Wan-Bissaka in for, let's say, Munoz. We play Ndiaye and take out Konza.
And how much money in the bank will you have with this team? Is it zero?
It's zero, yeah, literally. Which it's
So
kind of
what's
dangerous having zero
yeah?
in the bank.
Pickford, Gabriel, Nouri,
Yeah,
Wan-Bissaka, Ndai, Neto, Tonali, Salah, Kudus, Haaland, Beto. It's not bad. I mean, you've got
it's not bad.
Haaland and Salah as well.
Yeah, it's not a bad start to game week one. Potential points and
Mm.
having Haaland and Salah both in game week one
Hmm.
is a nice start to your obviously game week in a positive direction.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah,
Could pay off. At the moment, I don't think I'll go down that route, but we'll have to see.
yeah. It'll be interesting to see what your obviously draft is, Huss,
Yeah,
with the
let's share my
non-Haaland.
screen. 1 second. So this is my screen at the moment. I've just got my bus team in here. So I'm trying to take these players out. These are like my auto team that I was given when I signed up. Let's take all these guys out. Goalkeepers, all players. Yeah, this interface is so confusing.
Yeah, it's going to take some time getting used to.
Yeah, I'll go Kelleher, and I will go for someone cheap, like don't know. I'll go for anyone. I'll just pick anyone. I'll go for the Sunderland. Oh no, West Ham goalkeeper. Let's go into the defense. I think Gabriel for me is going to be a lock. I want some Arsenal cover. Um,
Interesting, Man United away.
yep, I think it's more for the longer term. I don't. I mean, Leeds is a nice fixture, and then Liverpool's a tough fixture there. To be fair, away at Anfield. But I think I will go Gabriel. Um, or should I go Gabriel? Because the fixtures aren't great when you look at it on paper. Arsenal start, so
He has a high selection, second most highest brought in, but
mhm.
we know Gabriel's very dangerous on the aerial threat.
I like your pick of Wan-Bissaka. To be
Yeah,
fair, because cheap and he has got Sunderland, and I want to target
yeah.
Sunderland.
I think that's a nice start of game week one to include Wan-Bissaka
Mhm.
against Sunderland at 4.5. I think that is good still.
I do like Man City, decent fixtures. I like Eight Nuri, your pick. The only reason Eight Nuri scares me a bit is he going to be nailed. You know, Man City,
Yeah,
they can rotate, but I think you should be fine. But it's either Vardiol or Eight Nuri. Let me put Vardiol in there for now. I'm not sure who I'd go with. Um, let's start off with some midfielders. You know who I'm bringing in. Obviously, Salah, Lock. And interestingly, Palmer, I think I want to have him in the team.
Palmer.
Yeah. I think I want to have Palmer
Interesting.
just because he's going to be Chelsea's main man and the fixtures. West Ham in game week 2, Chelsea, Palace. I think they're nice fixtures. And instead of going for Haaland, I think I'm going to go down the Palmer route, possibly. Again,
Interesting.
obviously not nailed. And another one that might surprise you, Jordan, or may not surprise you.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz, the new signing for Liverpool, is apparently the
I mean,
third most selected midfielder in the game currently, with 36%. I might include him in the team because
I'm not too surprised because obviously it's a massive signing for Liverpool. I know you're
yeah,
a very massive Liverpool fan, and that's a
yeah,
massive, yeah, delight to have works in your team.
mm,
But yeah, that's a good shout. I like it.
yeah. Again, it's not nailed on locked or anything. We've got over a month, or about a month before the season starts, so I might change my mind closer to the team, but I wouldn't mind starting with Wirtz, I should say, and Salah because Bournemouth at home. I know Liverpool's fixtures isn't the easiest as well after that because they've got Newcastle and Arsenal in the first three. That's a tough fixture as well for Liverpool, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
Um, but Wirtz is, for me, I think he's going to take the Premier League by storm. Um, and yeah,
yeah,
he's just a top player. So I'm very excited about that signing, but we'll see how it goes. Um, in terms of the forwards,
yeah,
most selected is Pedro, 7.5. Isak's up there, Bowen, Haaland, Solanke. I think I'm going to cover myself the Spurs way and go Solanke because he's 7.5. He's fairly cheap. Um, Burnley at home as well, a newly promoted team. I'll be happy to back Solanke on this one.
yeah. And
And see what he does.
and we can see some sort of redemption from Spurs. Now, obviously, Postecoglou is now obviously
Mm,
gone. New management, new beginning for Spurs.
yeah.
Potentially a good start for Solanke.
Hmm. Um, I want another. Do I go double attack Chelsea and go for someone like Delap? Will he start? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That will be a starting player, maybe a player that comes on for a couple of minutes just
I
to
don't know who
see.
to go for because I want to play maybe like a 3-4-3. I think I want to go big on the attack and
Oh,
play
you've
less
got big on the
defenders.
attack.
Yeah, I don't want to
Interesting.
play a lot of defenders personally. But I need a fourth midfielder. I want to go cheap on the midfield. I think I like Ndai because obviously you bought him in, didn't you?
Yeah, and he is a class player for Everton in terms of
And
his
he's
attacker.
cheap-ish. I just need a cheap midfielder, and Ndai might be that guy for now. Looking at Everton's fixtures as well, Leeds is another target, newly promoted team.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what we'll be probably targeting a lot. Some promoted teams. Harry has a shout in the chat for Neto in terms of the
to the
Liverpool.
defense or forwards. Let me just fix up my defense a bit more. I don't know who I'd go for in terms of selected by. I'm going to go Kwanzaa because he's cheap. Kirkes, will he start? I think he will, but never know. Robertson, if he stays around, could get the game. Kukurea 6 million. I think is not tempted there. Frimpong's interesting, third most picked at the moment. It's a new signing for Liverpool. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if Bradley gets a start. It's not guaranteed. Frimpong will start that one. Munoz again interesting. 4. Gurhi 4.5 is very interesting because if Gurhi leaves, which is a rumor that he might leave to Liverpool, that could make Gurhi a bit interesting as well. I think.
Yeah, very cheap.
Mm,
Um,
but the strikers, I'm not convinced with the strikers.
what about, obviously, we spoke about Bowen's position change from midfield to forward. Does that tempt you to bring him in uh, into
Mm,
your team? Good,
could do
good
against
fixture.
Leicester.
I think double West Ham with Wan-Bissaka and Bowen is a good combo.
All right, let's put Bowen in for now, and I'm gonna need another striker.
You got
Watkins 9 million. Does Watkins tempt you at all? Because Villa, I found a way to get the fixtures. Actually, Villa have decent fixtures: Newcastle, Brentford, Palace, Everton, Sunderland. I think Watkins is maybe going under the radar. Let's put him in
yeah,
for now.
yeah. Watkins is an interesting one because last season, obviously, we saw him a bit hot and cold, not
Mm,
really potentially hitting his obviously goals
mm.
that we obviously brought him in for. But yeah, I mean, fixtures are decent because of the turnaround.
Let's get a cheap. Let's get a cheap defender in. Sorry, not defender. Probably get a cheap 4 million defender. Maybe someone like a Moreno. And then I've got 8 million,
8 million for
2 spots. I need another 4 million defender. Maybe Hickey. Um, I might need to compromise as well. I feel like I'm getting out of budget here.
it seems like this obviously this season it looks like it's going to be more harder to fit players in that we want.
Mm, midfielders, I can't get a midfielder for 4 million unless he's a non-playing midfielder. Or 4.5 is my best bet actually. So I'm out of luck. I'll probably have to take Watkins or Bowen out here.
I mean, I probably would take Watkins out.
I think Watkins. I like his fixtures,
Oh yeah, I like his fixtures. I think I'd like to watch him.
and he's long term. You can keep him till
Yeah,
literally October.
yeah, that's true.
Strand Larson, Mateta, any of these like cheap forwards because I want to play free up top. Can you go with the Mateta? Palace. I mean, fixtures are tough. Chelsea, Forest, Villa. Strand Larson at Wolves. You probably don't want to get any Wolves players to start the season with. I mean, Welbeck, could he be an option? Fulham, Everton, City, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Chelsea. I mean, again, not the best
Oh,
fixtures. But he's only 6.5, which I like. Let's put Strand Larson in for now. I just need a cheap. I'm not sure about. Yeah, let's put Strand Larson in for now as a placeholder.
hmm.
And then that leaves me with a 5.5 uh, midfielder. Hmm. Who can I get for 5.5? Doesn't have to play for me.
Good.
Can't afford him. Hold on.
I thought he was at 5.5 when I saw the price.
Yeah, nah. Caicedo, Ramsey, Adingra, Reinders, Baliba. I mean, there's not great options around here. Let's put in. It's tough. What? Put Adingra in, Sunderland player. Why not? That will be the team then. So it'll be
Yeah,
a back three of Gvardiol, Wan-Bissaka, Konsa. And then it will be midfield four of Salah, Palmer, Wirtz, and Dye. And then it'll be front three Watkins, Strand Larson, Solanke. But it's not a great bench. So I probably, this is my first draft. Probably have to play
well,
around with this one.
yeah. Because if you still want an Aston Villa player, you could take out Watkins, put Rogers in, and that does save you a bit more money.
Take out who, sorry?
Taking out Watkins, and then if you still want an Aston Villa player like Rogers in the midfield,
Mm.
that could save you potentially money there to upgrade Dingra.
So wait, upgrade Adingra for.
Yeah, so if you take Watkins out for a cheaper forward,
Oh, yeah.
and then put Rogers where Dingra is.
Yeah, I could do that actually. Take out, downgrade Watkins. I'm not ruling out Watkins yet, but yeah, I could take him out. But I just think his fixes aren't too bad. A lot of grey ones. Sunderland as well in game week 5. Burnley in game week 7. And I want to see what he does if he leaves. Let's say Watkins goes to Man United potentially or someone like that. Will it change our opinions? Might do. But yeah, I'll
Oh,
leave the team like this for now. Obviously, definitely not lock. There'll be changes. And I'll be tinkering, etc. Will Ain't New restart? I think he should do. I think he will. Kirkhair's not sure if he'll start for Liverpool. I think both of them will start, but there's definitely a case to be had where they are eased in. But they're both in signed for a lot of money. So I wouldn't be surprised if both start. I think Frimpong's the one more. I'm not sure whether Frimpong will start because Bradley can play, as you know, and obviously Bradley is a really good option as well for Liverpool on that right side. Harry with a Neto and Jimenez shouts.
Yes.
Yeah, Neto. Obviously, Jordan opted with Neto as a pick. Um,
Mm,
Neto could be a decent shout, but again, Chelsea have signed Gittins. They've signed someone else, I believe, around the wide. They've got obviously Delap. They've got João Pedro. They've got a few players that can play on that side. So we'll see.
not
Uh,
rotation.
Tricky Trees, hello again. Ellie Anderson is 5.5. Yeah, it's a really nice price as well if you want a cheap midfielder. Um, but yeah, I'm excited about the new signings that have come into the Premier League, or even moved
Yeah.
clubs like likes of Kirkes, Eight Nuri, etc., and how the season's sort of going to go.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely. There's been some very interesting signings. I mean,
but
obviously
what
from
signing are you most excited about? And do you think, as just an FPL point of view?
I think for me the most exciting one is this is in terms of Man United because there's
Mm,
not a lot of much to shout about for Man United at the moment. But Cunha
Cunha.
is an exciting shout for if he can revitalise obviously Man United. Um,
What's his
to see,
price? Is it 8 million? I think he's 8 million.
I'll have a check. I feel like he's cheaper than Burma, but they could be the same.
I think they've come in at the same price, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. Let us know in the chat, guys.
yeah, they're both 8 million.
8 million, yeah.
But yeah, I think yeah, he's definitely. When I heard the signing come in to Man United,
Yeah,
I
how
was
do you feel about both Mbumo and Cunha now signing? I think they're both officially, well, Mbumo looks like it's going to get done medical wise soon. Both joining Man United, both scored a lot of goals last season. Um, in terms of FPL, are you excited? And even as a Man United fan, what do you make of the two as a sign? Do you think they will take you back up to maybe, I don't know, what do you think Man United could do this season?
yeah, I'm hoping hoping Man United can push. Obviously, not it's a big ask to ask for top five, but relatively pushing harder than what they did last season, where they almost finished
Yeah.
near just below relegation. But I think this will give them a boost.
Mhm.
Obviously, having two experienced players from two clubs in the same obviously team, I think both of them will get along really nicely in their positions.
Mhm.
Hopefully, the system that Amrin has set up for them does
Yep.
obviously work for both of them, obviously individual players. But yeah, I'm really excited to obviously see them in action. And Arsenal is probably their best test for them, just to
Yeah.
see how they cope against a formidable opponent. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm interested to see how they do. I'm not as keen on Mbermo, especially with. I think he's better coming off the right. I think Man United are going to play him a bit more centrally. This is one to watch with Mbermo's position. Obviously, he's not going to be on pens as well. So, or I think
yeah,
he could have been a good option. But let's see.
yeah,
FPL wise, anyway, I think he might be. He could be a decent player next season for
yeah,
United.
absolutely.
But we
Uh,
all
uh,
know the curse United signing players, and they usually,
yeah,
you know,
it's not really worked out with Hoyland. Um, can't remember the other player, but yeah, our signings haven't been great in terms of forwards, and hopefully Cunha is the one that
yeah.
obviously is the one that fixes that problem.
Yeah, I think we'll probably wrap it up here, Jordan. Obviously, we've gone about 40 minutes. Just this was just a quick one. Is our initial thoughts, initial first reaction of this game going live. That's my team on the screen at the moment. Very quick draft. I just made it within 5-10 minutes. Let me know what you think of this draft on the screen. If you like it, if you don't, let us know. What your picks are. Is anyone that we think we haven't mentioned that we should be looking at, etc. And if you enjoy the content, guys, hit the like button. There's a lot of content to come this season, so make sure you stay tuned. There's also some special things happening potentially with the channel, which we may speak about. We'll see how it goes. A lot of we are changing slightly with the channel. We're going to do new things as well, so do stay tuned. We do plan to sort of bring you different types of content as well that we didn't do last season. But yeah, if you've enjoyed it, hit the like button, drop a comment, stay subscribed, and I'm hopefully going to see you guys shortly. Obviously, FPL is back.
Yeah,
The season kicks off on the 15th of August, and it's a Friday. Liverpool is the first game on a Friday, kicking it off against Bournemouth. So we will be there now. Not long to go. Was it about 3 weeks now,
yeah, less than a month.
or four
So
weeks? Yeah,
yeah,
about 4 weeks. But yeah,
well, so, yeah, it's gonna be obviously very exciting. for that moment to obviously come where season starts and yeah, we're stuck into FPL Game Week 1. But yeah, it's nice to see everyone obviously back in the chat, obviously revisiting us again. So yeah, we appreciate your support. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you guys for watching and see you on the next one.
yeah.